continue.
And Sarah said, God hath made me to laugh so that
She be a child, right? So she happy. Go ahead.
would have said unto Abraham that Sarah should have given children suck.
Right, so she finally able to have a child, right? And they couldn't believe that in the old age that there was son, right? Go ahead.
For I have borne him a son in his old age. And verse 8. And the child grew and was weaned, and Abraham made a great feast the same day that Isaac was weaned.
All right, go ahead.
9. And Sarah saw the son of Hagar, the Egyptian.
Right. So Sarah saw the son of Hagar, the Egyptian, right? Hagar was also a wife of Abraham, right? Because when Sarah couldn't bear children, right? She gave this handmaid unto Abraham to bear a child because she thought she wouldn't have a child. But eventually now she ended up bearing a child. So now it have her child, right? Which is Sarah's child of Abraham and Hagar's child, right? So just read back on me top of that again.
Verse 9. And Sarah saw the son of Hagar, the Egyptian, which she had born unto Abraham, mocking.
The two children started to strive now, one from the handmaid and one from Abraham's wife Sarah, right? Go ahead.
Verse 10. Wherefore she said unto Abraham, cast out this bondwoman and her son, for the son of this bondwoman shall not be here with my son.
All right, so she get mad, you understand? Because the son of the Egyptian woman now, right, started mock his son, right, and tease him, right? So so she asked Abraham now to throw them out. You understand? Let them go away so that we can live in peace, right? Go ahead.
Even with Isaac. And the thing was very grievous in Abraham's sight.
Right, because it started to grieve Abraham now because children striving and now it causing conflict in the household, right? And both of them is the son, right? Go ahead.
Because of his son. And God said unto Abraham, let it not be grievous in thy sight because of the lad.
Right. So the Most High said, don't let that bother you. Right. Go ahead.
And because of thy bondwoman in all that Sarah had said.
Go ahead.
Unto thee, hearken unto her voice, for in Isaac shall thy seed be called.
Right. So the Most High tell him now, do study, right? That conflict between the two children, understand? Because the Most High already choose Isaac to bring the that seed that Israel, which we go find out lower down, right? Right. So in Isaac was the seed called, and then Isaac now bear Jacob, who was later turned the forefather Israel, right? So with that being said, now we're seeing that the setup in the Bible, these laws, statutes, and commandments, right? And this structure was created for a specific people, right? So this we now started heading to the point where religion do not teach you this, right? When you go in the churches or the mosques or just people who are hearers of the word, just by the wayside. Everybody think that this book is for everybody. And as I'm from whoever subscribed to it, that is it. But this book is for specific people. Right?
Stop, yes, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
And even when as I was saying that, even when they're singing this song with the Christian church song with Father Abraham.
Right.
Abraham and this song, they ain't going to see the rest. They make you feel like, yeah.
No.
It's one love.
It's one love, and they make you feel like everybody included.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So once you come in the Christian church, this belongs to you, right? And that's how religion has deceived people over the years, right? So from there, I want to go to Psalms chapter 135 and 4.
Psalms 135 and 4.
Go ahead.
For the Lord had chosen Jacob unto himself, and Israel for his peculiar treasures.
Read it from the top again one more time.
Psalms 135 and 4. For the Lord had chosen Jacob unto himself.
So the Lord chose Jacob unto himself. Understand? So immediately, so Abraham make Isaac, and now Isaac produced Jacob, and the Lord chose Jacob. So he chose this man's lineage, right? To be the chosen people, right? Read the rest side, Officer Shah.
And Israel for his peculiar treasures.
And Israel for his peculiar treasures. So I go on to emphasize now. He chose Jacob, right? For his lineage to be for the nation to come out of his lineage. And then now it go on to emphasize to show you now he choose Israel, to be his peculiar people. Treasures, to be his peculiar treasures. Meaning that is his own. He mark out that piece of the pie as his own. Right? So this book is for the children of Israel. Right? So from there, give me Isaiah 44 and 1.
The book of Isaiah 44 and 1. Yet now hear, O Jacob.
Come back again, Jacob again, go ahead.
My servant, and Israel, whom I have chosen.
Read it one more time.
The book of Isaiah 44 and 1. Yet now hear, O Jacob, my servant, and Israel, whom I have chosen.
That's right. Understand? That is who the Most High chose. The Most High chose the lineage of Jacob, who became the nation of Israel. He chose Israel. Right? That is what this Bible or this book of the law is for the nation of Israel. Right? We are the people who this book belongs to. These our culture and our heritage inside here, our laws. Right? So from there now, right? We're going on now to some of the things religion do not teach in these churches and temples and mosques and things like that, right? So you go on to Daniel chapter 7 verse 9.
Daniel chapter 7 verse 9.
Go ahead.
I beheld till the thrones were cast down.
So Daniel in a vision, and he said he beheld till the thrones were cast down.
And the Ancient of Days did sit.
And the Ancient of Days, meaning the Most High, right? He was before all the days on the earth, right? Go ahead.
Whose garment was white as snow.
The garment was white as snow.
And his hair of his head was like the pure wool.
And the hair of his head was like the pure wool, right? The pure wool, showing you the text study here, right? The black man today has woolly hair, right? The black, Hispanic, and Native Indian people have woolly hair, All right, go ahead.
His shoes like a fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire.
Right, come on. Right, so the Most High, right, the Ancient of Days, right? You read it. Take back the first part again, and
I beheld.
yeah, go ahead. Read from and I beheld. Yeah.
Daniel chapter 7:9, and I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit, whose garment was white as snow, and his hair on his head like the pure wool.
And the hair on the head was like the pure wool, right?
His throat was like a fiery flame,
right?
And his wheels like burning fire.
That's right, right? So that is the Ancient of Days. The Ancient of Days had woolly hair, right? The Ancient of Days was a black man, right? And if the Ancient of Days, right, looking like us, right? These are the hints that it have in the scriptures, right? Showing which people he chose, right? We reflect the image of the Most High. We do the things. We're supposed to keep the laws, the statutes, and commandments of the Most High. We're supposed to keep the culture of the nation of Israel. Supposed to reflect the laws, statutes, and commandments the Most High gave us, right? So you're going from there. You're going to go on to Revelation 1 and verse 13. No. Yeah, go ahead.
The book of Revelations 1 and 13. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man.
Who is Christ? The Son of Man is Christ. Go ahead.
Clothed with a garment down to the foot.
All right. Clothed with a garment down to the foot, just like the Most High. Well.
And girt about the paps with a golden girdle.
All right. So you have a golden girdle, a golden war belt used to stabilize the midsection when you're wielding a sword to fight war. Go ahead.
His head and his hairs were white like wool.
His head and his hairs were white like wool, just like the Most High. Go ahead.
And white as snow. And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
That's right, right? Because Christ drank wine. Go ahead.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
All right, so his feet now like unto fine brass. So go ahead.
As if they burnt in a furnace.
All right, so you say his feet was like unto fine brass, as if it burned in a furnace. All right, the brass is like a derivative of brown. All right, and they say as if it burned, past tense, burned in a furnace. So when something burned in a furnace, it'll be when it come out and it cool, it'll be black. Right? So in the scriptures, it giving you the description of Christ, right? And Christ was black, right? He was a black man with woolly hair, just like the Most High. So the Most High carrying a certain trait. Then now we have Yahweh or Christ, as we know him today, carrying a certain trait, right? And this trait there was black with woolly hair, right? When you look at the black man today, he is black with woolly hair, right? So from there now, we coming down to the people. What the people would look like. So if the Most High carrying the woolly hair trait with black skin, now we're going to see what the prophets look like of old, right? So from there, giving man Job 30:30.
Job 30:30.
Well,
my skin is black upon me.
You say what?
My skin is black upon me.
So Job saying his skin is black upon him. Continue.
My bones are burned with heat.
And the bones is burnt with heat. You understand? So this prophet now is saying his skin is black upon him. Right? You're going to Song of Solomon 1 and 5. Right? So Job saying his skin is black upon him. So the Most High, white woolly hair, Christ, white woolly hair, and black in complexion. Job saying his skin is black upon him, so he's a black man, right? All going down through the scriptures is black people. Go ahead.
The book of Song of Solomon 1 and 5.
Go ahead.
I am black, but comely.
He say I am black, but what?
Comely.
All right, I am black, but beautiful. Go ahead.
O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon.
All right, so he black. Understand? He's showing how black he is, right? So Solomon also was a black man. Now, this is the thing religion do not teach you in the church. Understand? If black people knew this, we would have held on to the scriptures more stronger. Understand? And all this black and black crime and homosexuality and adultery, we wouldn't have reached that far, because if we did hold on to we'd have believed the scriptures to be true, and that would have made we hold on to the laws, statutes, and commandments which the Most High gave us, right? And from there, go on to Jeremiah 14 and 2. Baba Kusha. These things, when these things are not brought out in the scriptures, right? People or blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian people do not know or do not believe the scripture, because in their mind, through Christianity and media, right, it make them to feel that the Bible is a book for everybody, or sometimes they promote the lie that is a white man book. And because they hear that, right, you don't even bother to go in the scriptures to see for yourself what the Bible actually say, right? So tonight, guys, we go in and see what the Bible actually say about the people in the Bible, what color they look like, and what kind of people there was, right? So continue with Jeremiah 14 and 2.
Jeremiah 14 and 2.
Well,
Judah mourneth.
It said Judah mourneth, right? So the Jews are in mourning. The reason why we in mourning, because is crime. We living in the ghetto, is poverty, is adultery and homosexuality and oppression from white supremacy, right? And right, the food we eating just deplorable. Understand? Because there's all kind of things again we know. They're going to be pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster, which when you go into the law, you will find out that we're not supposed to be eaten, right? That is not supposed to be part of it. These things is poison. Understand? Because in the olden time, right? When I talk about because people that just watch like pork, shrimp, and crab and lobster, and they say, well, the poisonous sand, there's the bottom feeders in the ocean, right? But a simple thing like pork. In the olden days, right, when you have like a village, right, a farmer, when the farmer bring pigs and stuff like that, the people, whoever scraps you have in your house, you would throw that for the pig, and the pig would eat that. Understand? And it is all kind of thing it could be go from feces to old pig skin. You don't want thing food that rotten. Understand? Or all them spoiled food that you have in your fridge. Well, we have a fridge now, but all them spoiled food that you have in your cupboard and thing, you would throw that, and the pig will pass and eat it. Understand? And that is because them thing is like a natural garbage can. The pig could take on that poisonous consumption and not die. Understand? The body make for that, right?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Everybody taking garbage and cooking it with butter and ketchup.
Yeah.
And putting it in the body after.
Yeah. That is actually good. You're right. You understand? That is actually doing. You understand? You understand? After that pig eat all them nothing, they still want to come and eat the flesh, right? Understand? And I still think people don't know with animals, right? Because it doesn't like chicken. If you feed a chicken fish, right? Because they will eat it. If you get them the fish, they will eat it. But if you feed them fish for a while and they go to eat the flesh, it will taste better. Because what they consume, it's coming out it going into the flesh, right? So just like whoever pig eat, That is where you consume it. And so all them nastiness that eat all over the street and all kind of animal carcass and thing, pig will eat that. They'll even eat the own young. Right? So and that is what people consume it. So that is why they're getting sick and getting gout and all kind of strange form of cancer that can't cure. Right? Right. So things like this now. If we know who we are in the scripture, if we don't know the prophets black and Christ black, right? And the men who walk at that time and was inspired by the Most High to write these scriptures. If we didn't know these people were black, now then we would have a better respect for ourselves. Understand? We would want to live upright and keep the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. Right? Continue on the same scripture, Babakisha.
And the gates thereof languish.
And the gates thereof languish, right? The gates is the leaders of the community, right? The people who supposed to be the so-called leaders of the community. They literally fail us, right? Because they sell out to Christianity and being Muslim, right? Some of we people in Hindu and coming out and professing themselves to be Hindu, and understand you totally going into our next nation religion, serving all the false god and false idols. You understand? Right? Continue.
They are black onto the ground.
Right. That is our people. We are black onto the
ground.
Right, go ahead.
And the cry of Jerusalem is going up.
And we cry going up because we the black people in the ghettos, in the slums, we the black people getting murdered by the police through police brutality. Understand? We the black people that say we can't we fall through the crack in society and we can't make an education system and all these things they're pushing in the children head from early. So eventually now, after they push that for a couple years, eventually by the time you reach the stage to graduate and become something, there's nothing because your mind already destroyed. They don't tell you you can't make it. They put it all on TV and media, wherever, you can't make it. And those who slip through like to be basketballers and them is entertainment. Understand? Them is for we to come and pay $2,000 ticket and watch you run up and down the court or the football field or the baseball field and watch you waste the greatness in it. Understand? Because you're not benefiting from it the way you're supposed to be benefiting from it, and the nation not benefiting from it. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That same point coming across the brother who had come to the class last week.
Yeah.
Saying, people on the outsiders what we as a nation are entertainers.
Yeah. Yeah, true. You understand where I'm coming from? And that's a true saying because for them it's entertainment because and it's amazement because when you look around, we're coming from the ghetto and some of the poorest places in society, and we still able to do amazing feats then. You understand? So that is like the equate in their mind equated to like an animal doing a trick, the maze. You understand? So the maze at black people and we still managing to triumph through this situation, and you will see them breaking world records and all the different things. And although they come from a poor and dilapidated condition, right? From there, I want to go to Deuteronomy chapter 27, no, chapter 28 and verse 1.
The book of Deuteronomy 28 and verse 1.
Well,
and it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
all right. So this is Deuteronomy 28 and 1, right? And this was Moses giving the law to the children of Israel. Right? And I say, and it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. Right? And this is a fundamental piece of the puzzle, right? For the black man to get out of the hellish condition that he's in society today. Right? Because through religion, was never taught this. You understand? Because we end up in the Christian church and the Muslim mosque, right? And enter into Hinduism and Buddhism and all kind of different ism we ended up in, right? And not knowing that what we really supposed to be doing is keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, right? And that is what will start us on the way to bring us out of the hellish condition we're in. And that is where religion now playing the part in keeping the black man down in society. You understand? And if we didn't know these things, we would have no laws like not to commit adultery, not to go and sleep with our next man's wife. You understand? Things like HIV and AIDS and all these different STDs would not never be spreading, because we don't know that if we have sex with a woman, that is marriage. So we will not put aside a woman. We would stay with that one stay with that individual and not have her go around as a harlot or as a prostitute today, right? Pouring with other men and making now diseases spread all around the nation. Understand? And that is why black people is one of the highest in HIV, right? And many other diseases in society today, right? Right? So give me Deuteronomy 28 and 15.
The book of Deuteronomy 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
All right, so Moses telling them now, if they do not listen to the voice of the Lord thy God, go ahead.
To observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
That's right. But back in the nation of Israel history, right, which is our history, which is the black man, the Hispanic man, and the Native Indian man. In this history, in this book of the law, when we look back in history, right, and we look back at when Moses was giving us the law, right, he telling them, if they don't listen to the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, if they don't keep the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, all these curses will come upon you. The curses is punishments, right? That way the curses is. So all these punishments will come upon you, and to the point where it overtakes you, it totally consumes you, right? And when you look at today, that really happened, right? Because some people are addicted to cocaine to the point where it really overtake them. Understand? Some people living under so much oppression in the ghetto to the point where it just overtake them. They're just in care again and just living life careless and don't have no rules or laws governing the self. You understand? Whatever happened today, happened today. If I make it true, I make it true. You understand? And no type of system or guidance, right? They have for the life, right? So they totally overtaken, right, by the system. These curses or punishments totally overtake some of our people to the point where sometimes when they, even just the thought of bringing up these scriptures, the mind can't even comprehend it. Understand? The scriptures now become a stumbling block to them because they're fully integrated into white supremacy and this world. Understand? They love the things of this world because Christianity and being Muslim, I tell you, we love everybody, and whoever you is, if you're gay, if you're gay, or if you're a lesbian or a homosexual, pedophile, we still love you. Understand? And because that mindset fully grip the society, understand, it become normal. Understand? So it just totally overtaken by these curses and punishments, right? And when you're under these curses and punishment now, that is where you're feeling the pain. And I don't know, you can't tell where the pain coming from. And understand, or I should say, you don't know the solution. Understand, but here in the I.S.U.P.K. under Commanding General YAHANNA, this is the solution. Following the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, and Brakata Yahweh and Yahushai, right? For bringing us to this point under Commanding General YAHANNA and the men above us who staying steadfast to the law, right? All right. From there, you go to verse 16. Babakasha.
Verse 16. Be in the city.
Right. It's a curse shall thou be in the city. So no matter if you're living in Port of Spain and you feel right in the city, you have better opportunities, you're still gonna be in the bottom. You're still gonna be struggling in society to make it once you're a black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man. The other nations still gonna be over here and they're still gonna oppress you. And even if you feel that you and them as friends and be good, just wait till a major decision come up. And that'll make it and that'll choose you or their people. They will choose their people. And understand, their people will always be priority first over you. And understand, so don't mind it might be looking good now. And understand, and you get, as I always say, you get a promotion last week. And understand, let the promotion be between you and them, they're choosing them. And you remaining in the bottom of society, right? They will always fight for their people to be on top. Right? Even right here in Trinidad and Tobago, when I watch even when I watch the judicial system, the majority of people in judicial system is people of East Indian descent. And when I watch the majority of business people is all the Syrians and the Chinese, right? Running these different business empires in Trinidad. You understand? When I watch Trinidad, well, don't talk about the central bank. You understand? That is Esau himself coming to suck the nation dry. You know what I mean? And black people in the bottom of society struggling, right? So continue.
And curse shall thou be in the field.
And curse shall thou be in the field. So if you feel right, me ain't going in city, but I stay. I go do a lot of agriculture, yes. So I go stay by myself, plant my land, and everything nice. When you look now, the community take your land. You understand? Just to get a loan in the agricultural office to get a tractor to plant your land, salt. Because you is a black man, or is a Hispanic man, or is a Native Indian man. You understand? You in the bottom of society, you can't even get a loan. That is one of the hardest things for black people to get right now. Because the first thing they're telling you, understand? You're not to stand, you have no way to stand security for you. And the first thing, all they're telling you, go and bring a job letter. And when you go on a job letter, your job so minor that you're unable to get a job letter worthy of getting a loan. So the system find a way to box in to the point where they know you can't cross a certain threshold in society. You understand? It's a difficult thing. And as I always say, even self, you rise above and come out and you might have money. And understand, you could have 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, and you might be a black man or a Native Indian man or a Hispanic man, and you have a couple millions. Even yourself, you have a couple millions, right? That's the worst thing that could probably happen to you, to the point because you have no bargaining power by yourself. You understand? You can't go and go up to change no major law in society. You understand? Because you will need the backing of your nation to be to have that negotiation power, right, among your people. You understand? You have no military might and tutus. When you look, so there is some conspiracy against you. When you catch yourself, all your bank accounts freeze. You understand? And you're back just like how all the other people in the nation is poor, busted, and disgusted. Go ahead.
Like, you know, that some people and all too, like when they in the world and all too, but thanks to the I.S.U.P.K, we know, well, yeah, these things are for we know that is punishment are for me. People say,
that's right.
They go hear some people saying, boy, you see me, I front up a Trinidad, but I can't take this.
Yeah.
I can't take this. But I have to go look to see if I can go to America or go England.
Yeah.
And they'll go feel, yeah, boy, they'll go make it.
Yeah.
But
they
don't know.
They're going to face they're going to face the same thing you live in Trinidad.
Yeah.
you're going to England, you're gonna pay the same thing. You're going to America, you're gonna pay the same thing. And understand? And that's a funny thing, eh? And understand? And the most I say that will happen. Don't matter what country you go in, black go always in the bottom. You understand? And nobody understand except the I.S.U.P.K fighting that problem. And understand? And the only way to fight that problem is through the scriptures, coming back to the law, statute, and commandments of the Most High. And thank God for commanding General YAHANNA for holding down the truth and defending it since 1969 on the street. You understand? And all the men before him who hold it down, right? So that's a good point to bring up there, because no matter where we go in society, if we go in England, everybody's struggling the same way. You understand? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Like in the curses of Deuteronomy, but the Most High said that the curses will pursue you.
Yeah.
So it's really
it running on wherever I go. You understand? Yeah. Wherever I go, it running on. Right? We're going to verse 20 and 32.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 32.
Yeah, come on.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
So you say, thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people. Right? How we just give return to other people? One of the major system, right, is religion. That is how we just give a return, because from early Sunday school, and I stand from small, and the church taking them and pumping all them garbage in the head. And I stand, so, and they're singing all them songs, and I stand, and they're showing them Mary, and I stand, and early on, they're teaching them to say the Hail Mary, whatever prayer they have with the rosary. And I stand, just like how down here, it's a Roman Catholic boys and Roman Catholic girls, that is how we're giving them away. Because when they send them in these schools, they're teaching them these things. You understand? And religion taking them from early. So by the time now, them reach 18, them fully integrated in religion. And understand? Unknowingly. Even though they never go to church a day in their life after that again, it done embedded in them already. And they don't know. And understand? White supremacy don't take them already. You understand? And or you might send them a Muslim school. Because it have Muslim school, it have Hindu schools only for Hindus. That is why they name it a Muslim school or a Hindu school, because they want to teach the practices to the children. You understand? And that is how we give our return to another people. Right? And well, we know even in back time, in slavery time, our children was given away to another people, because when we come across here in slavery, some of the parents get killed out and they take the children, because they know they could grow up the child and cultivate their mind into being a slave or a proper servant. Understand? To keep him as a bondman. So when he grew up in the house, he just know that all he know in your life. You understand? I come here as a slave. You understand? And white superior, so I had to listen. You understand? So he mind fully integrated into that white supremacy system. Understand? Well,
so like I said, that's a good thing you bring up with the schools, because like when you bring up like them girls schools and them boys schools and them girls and them, like they're starting to reach the age of like starting to like having feelings and things. When them girls them going to school, the whole time is only girls. Now when you go and check them girls, when you go in them girls school and you hear the stories that are going on, there's real lesbian thing going on in the girls school, and you check the boys school now, the same thing going on now. So when they have the girls and the boys school now, you can see what they like there, but a boy go see a girl he like and things like that, but the same thing a girl thing. But when you put them in the boys school now, it's only boys with boys
and girls with girls.
And girls with girls.
And that's an excellent point to bring up there. And understand, because that's some small, and then we want them we homosexuality coming out, and with lesbianism coming out, and as I'm coming from, and then now these schools that are put together, right? Some of these schools are run by religious organizations, and if it's not run by religious organizations, the people who put together these schools are strong religious people holding high position. You understand? Because a simple thing like this, and to show how religion overtake the place. Even some of our leaders and things today, a lot of people don't know. Plenty of them is like Roman Catholic and in these different lodges and things, holding high position, right? And then now they're holding positions of power in society. You understand? So then now the decision, if them had to make a decision, they will make it off other belief. You understand? So them know if they're faced with that decision to implement laws for gay rights, right? And your religion subscribe now to accepting everybody, go love everybody. Now you're making that decision now to say, well, all right, let me implement gay rights, and that's how Jed religion can affect major decision with world leaders and things like that, right? Yeah. All right. So from there we're going on to you can take me to Deuteronomy 28 and 46.
The book of Deuteronomy 28 and 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
Right. So it's saying, and they shall be a sign upon you. When it said they, it's talking about these curses. Understand? That is how we know where we people at. You will be wherever you're at, you're under these curses. Sometimes these curses taken in some form, way, or fashion. Don't matter, as Officer Shah bringing out, don't matter what country you're going. You understand? You can go in the back of Australia. You understand? Or go and live on some island out in the sea by yourself, you're still under the curses. You understand where I'm coming from? You're still gonna face it. And the most I tell you, it will it shall be upon thee as a sign. Right? That is what a sign does do. A sign the show you the daily description of our business or whatever place you want to find. So if you want to find these people, look for the people under the curses. And them is when the ghettos and the slum are all different society. We're already most size category. We see in pressure because we don't want to come back to the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. Right? And it will say it shall be a sign, a sign and a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. You understand? The only all that could change is if you come back under the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. If you come back into the I.S.U.P.K under forever, you under that spell. White, understand? Or and here some people say, when me and no religion, me believe in God, either atheist, you're still under Christianity. Understand where I'm coming from? Right? So you even expose yourself more because no, you don't believe it about God. Understand? Which is it is the Most High God, which is the Ancient of Days. Understand? Right, from there we could kind of straight to Deuteronomy 28 and 68. No, take me to 64. Sorry, 28 and 64.
Deuteronomy 28 and 64. And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from one end even unto the other.
Well,
and there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone.
So you see, you shall serve other gods, which neither thou or thy father have known. So in them time, and then it then had wait, let's call it again. The kind of religions we have now, like Christianity and Muslim and that all kind of sun god and rain god and whoever they used to serve at that time. Now is full out white supremacy Christianity take over the place. Muslim, Hinduism, Buddhism, and when I Google religion, the amount of religion it have right now is a shame. And all of them in the same basic concept of white supremacy. All the white almost done with Mormonism. And all of them is white supremacy. Understand? So creating that confusion in the mind of people. So now, and here what has happened when they enter our religion now, right? Actually, it's very shit, yes, right? And when somebody comes to tell you about the Bible, your mind totally rejecting it because now you believe that this Bible tied to a religion when it's not so. You understand? They make you feel that this Bible tied to a specific religion. Go ahead.
It's not, yeah, so just so but on what you're saying,
Mhm.
a lot of people sometimes when you approach them and you try to show them, you know, we are the people in this Bible. Instead, it's a white man book.
Mhm.
They want nothing to do with that white man book.
Right. Yeah.
So doctrine and mash up there.
So the mind already get destroyed. You understand? So when the come when they finally give them this truth, the mind now find it hard to understand. You understand? Because all their life the eyes seeing this book through Christianity. You understand? So it become difficult for them to understand. Right? And that is why and we will come to that part a little lower down. That is why when you come to receive this truth, you have to throw it all the way they know before. You understand? And in order to fully as the last class I did it in order to fully baptize yourself. You understand? To be baptized. All before you, when you come to learn all them things you learned before, you have to throw it that. You understand? You have to wipe that mind clean and decide to start over fresh to take in new information. And that is how your mind will be able to receive this word that the Most High sent us through Commander John Yahanna. Right? All right. You could go to verse 68. Babakasha.
Verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Right, and the Lord he said the Lord will bring us into Egypt again with ships, right? The word Egypt is synonymous with the word for bondage, right? So we end up back in slavery for disobeying the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, right? Well,
by the way of I spoke unto thee,
mm-hmm.
thou shalt see no more again, and thy ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
Right, will be sold unto the enemies, just like today, just like through slavery. Black man sold to the white man by the Arabs and the Africans. You understand? And when the white man come over here, he sell the native Indian back in Europe. You understand? So the two sides get slavery, right? And that is a part of slavery, the native Indian side of slavery. But they done hiding the black part of slavery already because they doesn't want to go into that. Understand? As they start going into that, they want to tell you, well, die the past. Understand? And then the native Indian side of slavery, right? They doesn't want to tell you that, but they also went into slavery, right? Go ahead. Yeah.
For bondmen and bondwomen.
Salaka, you want to say something?
Yeah, just add on that the Hispanic tribes, General Mahimman, bring out at a time,
right,
went into slavery as well. As they account that is in the Apocrypha when they say they was carried across the water.
That's right. Yeah.
They all went into slavery.
Yeah, so what am I? Alright, go ahead.
For bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you.
Right, so we are bondmen and bondwomen that I will teach you today, right? Because in these same schools owned by these religious institutions today, every time when they open all them school textbook, slavery 1619, and nobody telling me before that. Nobody telling me where it was, who your forefathers was, nothing like that. They have no culture, no history, no law system, nothing. As the book open 1619, and it just start. You ever that's like you're going to watch a movie, right? And the movie just starts in the middle of the movie when the most action happening. And the story no plot, no beginning, nothing. They just start in the center. And all they just know, use that slave. You understand? You understand? It just start with you getting you on a ship, you understand? Going across the water, and you know what happened before that. You understand? And you get beat, robbed, raped, and the children getting molested. You understand? And you just in the middle of that story. You understand? And every time I ask, well, what happened before that? Nobody know. It's on the records or thing like that. You understand?
Like and one of them movie for that was Roots. Everybody like
right.
There's no like where them is saying him.
Yeah.
Saying him.
Yeah. And that's the thing. It just start just so like how this happened. You understand? Nobody able to tell you that. You understand? But on the I.S.U.P.K under Commander John Yahanna, you understand? They bring out the truth. How we end up in this condition, how we end up in slavery, and how we end up in the bottom of society today. You understand? And that is through the oracles of the Most High. Right? So that's a serious thing. Continue. Is that more? All right. So just read about the last part of that. Like, read about the whole verse.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships,
Mm-hmm.
by the way whereof I spoke unto thee.
Right. So just like the Most High tell we go happen, the same way it happen. You understand? And that's how we know that these prophecies come to pass. You understand? That's how we know the scripture is true. Right? Continue.
Thou shalt see it no more again.
Mm-hmm.
And there you shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen.
Right? Bondmen and bondwomen means slave men and slave women. Go ahead.
And no man shall buy you.
And nobody was able or had the power to redeem me. Nobody could have come and say, hey, stop that. And that's where I'm coming from. Nobody had the power to stop that, because that was a prophecy straight from the Most High. And so we didn't keep the laws, statutes, and commandments, right? And as we learned, that wasn't choice. That was the ultimatum. And so we walk away from the laws, statutes, and commandments, and we end up being in slavery, right? All right. So from there now, I want to go to the book of Matthew 5 and 17, right? So again, this is the topic, the things that religion never teach you, right? And that is why we have to come out of religion and move away from being Pentecostal and Baptist and Muslim and all these full gospel churches and things, because they're not teaching you the truth about the Bible.
The book of Matthew 5 and 17.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets.
Right. So that's Christ, right? It's in red, right? He said, think not that. Everybody talk again.
Think not that I am come to destroy the law or the prophets.
All right. He said, don't think I come to destroy the law or the prophets. Go ahead.
I am not come to destroy, but to fulfill.
Right. He ain't come to destroy, but he come to fulfill the law. Right. He come to give us the understanding of the law, how to operate, right, and how to succeed and keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, right? And he come just like us, and so he come with no extra superpowers, so we could say he cheat, and we can't do it. Understand? Just the same things he chose to do, we be able to do it. Be able to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. Be able to function in righteousness, right? Right. So you say he didn't come to destroy the law, but he come to fulfill. Go ahead, read law down again.
Verse 18.
Yeah, go ahead.
For verily I say unto you, till heaven and earth pass, one jot or one tittle shall in no wise pass from the law,
right,
till all be fulfilled.
Right. Till all be fulfilled. So he said nothing will leave the law till he said till heaven and earth pass, and heaven and earth still here. You understand? So the laws still in effect and still going on, and we still have to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. You understand? We can't just, as I say, we can't just do what we want. Understand? Or do what we feel like. Well,
so like I said, and that's the proof that that's the other day, right? This man, right? He know how man live with that man, like one. Then after now, it's like he see the man sleeping. So he say, go on in the man out and sleep with the next man wife.
Yeah.
The man now, man reply like the woman go back now and tell the Mr. Well, she husband now, hey, look at man come and rape me and thing. But
yeah.
The only thing about it, he actually going in a man house where going to woman and then knowing like he just do that next man woman. So he come out.
He willfully commit adultery.
Yeah, he willfully do it, and he'll come out. What's happening now? Get shopping here, and if you know that hey, you're not going to be doing that, all of hey, would that be normal?
No, it'll be normal. You understand? With that escape, and that like we got telling you earlier up in the Lord, these curses will come upon you.
Yeah.
So he would escape that punishment. Understand? By following the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. Understand? But he walked off the path. Understand? As we being taught is an ultimatum, and anytime you come off that path, these consequences going to happen to you. understand? You're going to fall in these pitfalls, understand? By walking off the path. We don't have a choice or like others with free will. Understand? I can do what I want. Understand? Is that not so? You come off the path, you're gonna feel the punishment. Or as the scripture say, the curses. Go ahead.
As the now mentioned something where free will and all too, right? It's like we don't have no free will with the other nations and them. But the other nations are advantaging we. And with the Most High and all too, we are no free will the Most High neither. So we don't naturally have to batting we corner.
Yeah, because just like the other nations, remember the Most High in charge. And anytime we slip off the path, right? They in relationship, we falling now under that pain and oppression and punishment. We falling under that now. So now, by we not following the laws, statutes, and commandments, we ending up in prison. And when up in prison, now you're open now for mistreatment. And that's where I'm coming from, right? And you know once they end up within that system now you have a battle. No, it don't mean that you can survive and come back, because many brothers in the I.S.U.P.K survive prison and come out and is strong men of the Lord today. You understand? But if you could avoid going through that pain, better you avoid it. You understand where I'm coming from? Don't go down that path to feel that type of punishment. You understand? Because some people go down the path and they never come back. You understand where I'm coming from? So better we avoid it and take heed from the scripture. The scripture said the things are aforetime written for we learning. So better we read about it and see what happened to we forefathers before, and or rebellious people in different times of Israel. We see what happened to them and learn from it. You understand? So that we can avoid making that same mistake again. You know what I mean? So that is it on Deuteronomy 28 and 68, right? No, sorry, slack here. That was Matthew 5 and 17, right? So remember Matthew 5 and remember Matthew 19 and 17.
The book of Matthew 19 and 17. And he said unto him, Why callest thou me good?
So Christ said, Why callest thou me good? Go ahead.
For is none good but one that is good.
Right. You understand? Well,
but if thou wilt enter into life, keep the commandments.
That's right. It say, if thou will enter into life, keep the commandments. It didn't say join a religion. You understand? It didn't say join the Baptist church or the Pentecostal church or the Roman Catholic church. It didn't say that. It say, if thou will enter into life, keep the commandments. You understand where I'm from? And this is what we do in the I.S.U.P.K. We keep the commandments, right? And as we've all been taught, and I will say again, the I.S.U.P.K is not a religion. You understand? We don't come in here to join to feel good. You understand? This is a nation of people. You understand? We was born Israelites, and we're coming back to the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. We're coming back to the heritage. You understand? We're coming back to the culture. Go ahead.
Like I say, we just keep the commandments and we just keep out East Indian, Chinese,
that's
white
right.
man.
You understand? All these other nations, they don't belong in it. You understand? You understand? Right? The laws, statutes, and commandments was given to the nation of Israel. You understand? This is for our nation to be on top and to rule. Right? So we don't give we honor to another. Right? Right. So coming back to Matthew 19 and 17, if for we to enter into life, we had to start following the Most High. And when you start following the Most High, that is when you now start to live. You understand? So all the time you dead. You're a dead man just walking around. You understand? But when you start to follow the laws, commandments, and statutes of the Most High, that is when you start to live. Your life now start to mean something to the Most High. Right? So from there, we go on to Romans 6 and 1. Understand? These are the things where religion do teach we. And because religion do teach we these things like keeping the laws and for us to keep the commandments and statutes of the Most High. That is why we being led astray. And understand, and committing murder and rape. And understand, men and women getting divorced. You understand? Right? Living apart when really and truly you're supposed to live with that person forever. You understand? You take your wife, die your wife forever. And understand, and die she husband forever. And understand, things like that people do. Understand? All them things like a man could have more than one wife. You understand where I'm coming from? Things like that religion do teach. You understand? So you end up with one woman and one man, and he's sneaking out through the window. You understand? Running across by some strange woman in the night. You understand where I'm coming from? When he don't know, you understand that a man could have more than one wife once that woman is not somebody else's wife. You understand? That woman must be single. You understand? And when he has sex with that person, sex is marriage, not the ring on your finger. You understand? The sex is the marriage, and now you and that person is one. You kind of pick up and because they live 2 years and they don't realize he just throw his socks on the bed every time you come home. You want to get rid of him. And understand? Or you want divorce in court. It's the most side work, so that is a wife forever. You understand? Yeah. So yeah, the Romans.
Yeah, come.
Yeah, go ahead.
Romans 6:1. What shall we say then?
Mm-hmm.
Shall we continue in sin?
That's right. Saying, what shall we say then? Shall we continue in sin? The Christian church say tell we the law is done away with. You understand? And we don't need to follow the law. So what we would do? Keep the sin. You understand? You would just have a certain homosexual all over the place, or a certain murderer. You understand? And they could still come in the church and hook up everybody. And then after the church Sunday morning, they might kill somebody who is still right in the congregation. And on the next Sunday, because you say God love everybody, he could come back and sit down with all that again. You understand? Because it has no law. You understand? He love everybody, don't matter what you do. You understand? Murderer, liar, pedophile. That's why the Christian church full of all these things. You understand? Because they have no laws to govern their mind and body on the earth. You understand? Them just lawless. You understand? Right? So from there, could go on to give me 1 John 3 and 4. Bible Christian. You understand? All them things is things with the Christian should do teach you, or the Muslim mosque, or the Hindu temple. You understand? We people get caught up in this thing, or Buddhism or atheism. You understand? We get caught up in these things and feel that life is just smooth, it's just a roller coaster, and some people say that you just passing through, and all these things like that, and these things causing us to falter and not follow the laws, commandments, and statutes of the Most High. Where will the Romans 6 and 1? Baptisha.
No, John.
Sorry, slack here. 1 John 1 and 3. 3 and 4. Sorry.
1 John 3 and 4.
Come on, God.
Whosoever committed sin transgress also the law.
That's right. Well,
for the sin is a transgression of the law.
Right. This is another thing religion will teach you. You understand? Because when you ask them, what sin? The first thing they're going to say, doing wrong things. That is it. That is their definition for sin. You understand? So, when you ask them what's doing wrong things, they don't know. You understand where I'm coming from? But according to the scriptures, sin is transgression of the law. You understand? So, when you break the laws that you command of the Most High, that is how you commit sin. Right? So from there, you move on. Give me
so it's like I said.
Yeah, go ahead.
And in them Christian churches, that like good sin in front there. Good sin in front of them is like keeping Christmas and eating pork.
Yeah. You understand? Them like that. But just the other day, a person in one of them church, they're setting up a big Christmas tree in the yard. So them done preparing for the Christmas holidays already. You understand? and that is against the Most High, celebrating these pagan holidays. Understand? So your whole congregation now, the pastor causing them to error. Understand? Because them celebrating Christmas and had the big tree going up in the air. Understand?
Okay.
So it's a lot of stumbling blocks being created for our people.
As I guess, like, yeah, they are the same thing talking about, right? Tell her woman about the Christmas. Yes, she know. I know, and I love it, and I don't care,
Yeah.
and I got dead for it.
Yeah, that was happening because from small growing up, the mind get integrated in the because just like the point I was making with the Sunday school before from small when they put in Sunday school and you know about Christmas and Easter and they went and they had the training wearing all them Easter bonnet hats and walking in parade and all kind of thing from small they done integrating in that already. And so by the time you get big now, you understand? So it come like somebody telling you now. You know you're born black and somebody telling you but you know you're white. You understand where I'm coming from? That's impossible for them to believe. It becomes a stumbling block for them. You understand? So it's hard for them to break out of that type of doctrine or philosophy or white supremacy as the point, unless the Most High really call you out of that. You know what I mean? So it's a serious challenge for our people to come out of these different philosophies and doctrines, right? But through the grace of the Most High. Right. So from there, I want to go on to give me 1 John 5 and 3.
First John 5 and 3.
Go ahead.
For this is love.
So you're telling me for this is love, right? This is where love really is, because the Christian should feel love is a feeling. You understand? I feel good. You understand? I make my fellow member in the congregation smile today. You understand? We love one another. You understand? We just give one another gifts at Christmas and Easter. You understand? So that person love me. Right? Go ahead. For this is love.
For this is love of the Most High, that we keep His commandments, and His commandments are not grievous.
That's right. And that's where I'm coming from. The lover, this is the love of the Most High, that we keep the commandments. And that's where I'm coming from. If you know, Christians say, well, I love God, and understand, but them don't love God. And understand? Because God telling you how if you love me, you will do this. And understand? And this we talking about is keeping the commandments. If you love me, if you really say, boy, you love me, you will keep the commandments. If you really say love me, you'll come into the I.S.U.P.K under command of YAHANNA and start to keep the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. You understand? Now you're going to start to put away pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. You're going to stop celebrate Easter, stop celebrate Christmas. And understand? You're going to keep the high holy days of the Most High. Understand? Look, we have Hanukkah coming up. Understand? All these things, they're going to start doing these things. If you say that they truly love the Most High, and understand where I'm coming from, you're going to walk after the things that the Most High settled for us to be righteous, to be that separate people, that holy people, right? That is it on that?
Down.
All right. So from there now, we're going to Matthew chapter 1 and verse 21.
Matthew chapter 1, verse 21.
Go ahead.
And she shall bring forth a son, and thou shalt call his name Jesus.
Go ahead.
For he shall save his people from their sins.
All right. So we're going to read it again, and we're going to go slow, all right?
Okay.
Right. So go from the top again.
Matthew chapter 1, verse 21. And she shall bring forth a son.
All right. So the angel now telling Joseph, right, what gonna what his wife going to what child she wife going to make, right? So the angel bring the message to Joseph. So right, so you see, and she shall bring forth his son. Go ahead.
And thou shalt call his name Jesus.
All right, thou shalt call his name Jesus, which is Yahweh as we know it in the Hebrew, right? So his wife now, when he and his wife, when Joseph and Mary have sex, right? The angel tell them you go only going to make a boy child, right? And order to name this boy child Yahweh. And understand? That is how we name him in Hebrew, and the world name as Jesus Christ, right?
Okay.
Right? So you're going to make a son, and they should call his name Jesus. Go ahead.
For he shall save his people from their sins.
And the scripture say, he shall save his people from their sins, right? So what is the scripture showing is, it's showing you possession or ownership. This man coming to save his people from their sin, not everybody. Understand? And that is where religion fail to teach the black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man. That is why we had to come out of religion. Understand? That is why we had to separate people from these churches. Because right in that first chapter in the New Testament, it set the tone for the New Testament. Understand? That this when this in this first chapter here, we're telling is what going to happen in this New Testament here. This man coming back to save his people from their sins, and as we know, all through the scriptures, his people is the nation of Israel, which is the black man, the Hispanic man, and the Native Indian man today. That is who he come back for. Understand? Where is there anything else?
La.
All right. So he come now to save his people from their sins, and just as we learned in the scripture before, sin is transgression of the law, right? So if sin is transgression of the law, and this man who is Christ come to save his people from their sins, and sin is the transgression of the law, who break the law?
Israelites.
That's right. You understand? Israelites break the law. So which means for him to save the people from the sin, he had to save the people who break the law. And the people who break the law was the nation of Israel. You understand? So he came to save the nation of Israel. And this is the first chapter in Matthew. He set the tone for the New Testament one time. And understand, to make you know that he only dealing with Israelites. That is who he come for. Right? All right. So from there, we go into Matthew 10 and verse 5 to 7.
Matthew 10, verse 5. These 12 Jesus sent forth, commanding them, saying, go not in the way of the Gentiles, and into the city of the Samaritans, enter you not. Verse 6. But go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
That's right. That's what was supposed to go. So they ain't going to the other nation. They're going to the Israelites. And that's where I come from, right? And when I look at the word Gentiles, they have to read the word Gentiles in context, because at certain times it could be other nations, and certain times it was Israelites in a Gentile state of mind, right? But the point about the scripture is he read the last part again.
Verse 6. But go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
That's right. And he sent them to the lost sheep for the house of Israel. That is who he come for. He come for the Israelites. And this Bible, this King James Version Bible, this King James 1611, that is who he come for. The nation of Israel, which is the black man, the Hispanic man, and the Native Indian man today. That is who he come for. And he didn't come for the other people, because these are the people who broke the law. Right? From there, we're going to Matthew 15 and 24.
But Matthew 15, verse 24. But he answered and said, I'm not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
Same thing again. You understand? He telling it plain. This is the people I get sent to. I ain't get sent to the whole world. I didn't get sent to the Chinese and the Arabs, you understand? And the Assyrians. I didn't get sent to them. I get sent to the people of the nation of Israel. That is what I get sent to. You understand? Because these are the people from way back in the beginning. You know that tell me the Old Testament done away with. Right? The laws done away and the Old Testament that is in the past. That is why we need to read the Old Testament, because way back, and understand, in the Old Testament, the Most High gave us laws, statutes, and commandments to follow. And we break that law, and by us breaking that law, Christ had not come now to bring we back in because in the book of I think it's Hosea 1 and 9. Just find that from a Bible shop, please. Hosea 1 and 9. Right? In the book of Hosea, because we had become so rebellious, the Most High cut us off. And Christ had us to be that mediator for we to come back to the Most High.
The book of Hosea 1 and 9. Then said God, call his name Lomi, for you are not my people, and I will not be your God.
That's right. So right there, right? He say, you are not my people, and I will not be a God. He cut you off because we become wicked and rebellious. You understand? And then want to follow the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. You understand? But then now, right? When so Israel get cut off, right? Just get Ephesians 2 and 12 from me. You understand? Right? Bayat, continue with verse 10.
Okay. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, ye are the sons of the living God.
That's right. And I think so after we cut off by in Hosea, right? By the Most High, Christ now has to come and be the mediator between man and the Most High. You understand? And that is how that is say in the place where it said, ye are not my people, there shall be said, you are the sons of the living God. So now we're able to come back to the Most High. You understand? And start back to follow the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, right? All right. And Ephesians 2 and 12 will explain this. Go ahead.
Ephesians 2 and that at that time you were without Christ, being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel.
That's right. So see what we get cut off. So now we aliens. You understand? Well,
and strangers from the covenant of the promise, having no hope and without the Most High in the world.
That's right. You understand? Because we get cut off. So no, when they cut off the Most High, you have no hope. You understand where I'm from? You understand? That is what did happen to Israel, and you see how the two reflecting in the Old and the New Testament. You understand? So in Ephesians, when Paul talking to the church at Ephesus, he explained to them that in times past we get cut off from the Most High. You understand? And we was aliens. But the prophecy did say that in the same place where he say we not the people, there shall be said, you are the sons of the living God. So now the truth back out again. And I shouldn't say back out. The truth return to the minds of the people, right? Through the I.S.U.P.K under command of General YAHANNA. And now we're able to know that the laws, statutes, and commandments. But that could have only happen because Christ become that mediator between man and God to bring us back to that righteousness, giving really understanding of the law, understand, and pleading for us with the Most High. Understand? Want to say something, Sha?
Yes, and just as you are now saying that in the book of Matthew, it said the trendsetter that Christ coming for one people again, right? So when you go back again, when Matthew 15 and 24, it's saying that, hey, I only come for the And when you come for
That's
the
right.
worship at the outside Israel,
Yeah.
and like, hey, you can't go wrong with this again, because Christ saying it again.
That's right. You understand? So he make sure and make that plain. That is who he coming for. Right? Right. So from there, I want to go to Romans chapter 9. Ready? Romans 9. We start from verse 3.
Romans 9 verse 3.
Mm-hmm.
For I could wish that myself were accused from Christ.
We're accused. Go ahead.
For my brethren,
Mm-hmm.
my kinsmen, according to the flesh.
All right. So this is Paul talking, and he's saying he kinsman according to the flesh, meaning these people, they the same race as people like me. Go ahead.
Verse 4. Who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption.
All right. So long. So the first part say, it say my kinsman according to the flesh, who are Israelites. So Paul making it know immediately. My people, according to when you going by the flesh, right? My race of people is Israelites. My race of people is the black man, the Hispanic man, the Native Indian man. He ain't telling you about Chinese, or Assyrian or Egyptian. He's telling you he people is Israelites. Go ahead.
To whom pertaineth the adoption,
Mm-hmm.
and the glory,
Mm-hmm.
and the covenant,
Mm-hmm.
and the giving of the law,
That's right.
and the service of the Most High,
That's right.
and the promises.
That's right. So all these things, the covenant, the glory, the covenant, the giving of the law, right, and the service of God, right, and I say and the promises. So all the promises and doing the service of God that belong to Israel. Understand? And that is a major deception, that because you're in religion, you will never know. You will never know these things if you stay within these different church denominations. These things was given to the nation of Israel, right? Who are the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians today. That was given to us. You understand? And because because our religion, we don't know this. You understand? This not even a thought in my mind. You understand? We mind far from this. You understand? Because of religion. You understand? And continue.
Verse 5. Whose are the fathers, and whom are the concerning the flesh? Christ came, who is over all, the Most High, blessed forever. Amen.
That's right. They say whose are the fathers, and of whom concerning the flesh. Right? So Paul saying, my people, right? My kinsman according to the flesh is Israelites. So he's saying, I belong to the nation of Israel. These people are the same people. And then when you go down to verse 5, it's saying, and whom as concerning the flesh Christ came. So it's telling you now, in the flesh, who Christ came for. The same people, right? Who get the adoption and the covenant and the promises and the giving and the law and the service of God. That is who Christ came for. Christ came for the Israelites. And understand? Christ came for the black man, the Native Indian man, and the Hispanic man. All these people in the ghetto you see again, gone down and shoot down and police brutality and HIV rate high. And understand where I'm coming from, and under oppression, and understand, and who trap in religion. That is who Christ came for. Understand? So that we will come back to the Lord, statute, and commandment of the Most High. Understand? And today, that vehicle is through the I.S.U.P.K under Commander General YAHANNA. Understand? Through the I.S.U.P.K, that is how we able to learn the laws, statute, and commandments. Understand? From the priests and the prophets of the Lord. Right? So from there now, right? I want to show you a little danger, right? How religion just trap we. Understand? And we go to the Apocrypha, go to First Maccabees 3 and 48.
of Maccabees 3 and 14. First Maccabees 3 and 14. He
Yes, no? First Maccabees, no, 3 and 14 is slack here.
The book of First Maccabees 3 and 48. And laid open the book of law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images.
That's right. So this was in the Apocrypha, right? This was in the period of the Greek rule, right? And then say the lay open the book of the law, which is the scriptures, right? And they seek to change the likeness of the images. Understand? And so sometimes they might be able to relate it, right? Because they will tell you, well, they're pushing the white supremacy through the television and TV and different media, right? All of them Roman Catholic churches, you see that the white Jesus hook up on the cross. And inside some of us like old when we watch your grandmother house and thing, sugar I'll put you with that one with the Christ with the heart. Understand? And some kind of thing like sun rays shooting out on the side. Right. Understand? That is how the change the images in the book of the law. So by you seeing that every day, you thinking that white image is Christ. When according to the Bible, that is not so. Go ahead.
Yeah. The rays is a halo.
Yeah. Understand? They gave a halo to and in their mind, like that making it more holy. You know what I mean? So things like that, right? And that is what they deceive people with, right? And I just bring back this because this is an old Bible, right? And this Bible was promoted as a family Bible, right? And these are old school Bible. This was all in the 1940s, 1950s in them Bible. This Bible pumping. That is we parents grew up on this, and their parents grew up on this, and they promote this as a family Bible, right? So the family go sit down and the father will read, you know what I mean? And show the children now the different images in the book, right? Well,
the only time I ever see that is with you. I never see that before.
Understand? This is that old school Bible. Understand? And when I look at that, the Bible containing all the scriptures, just like a normal Bible, normal King James Bible. But all the images in the Bible, right? I don't know if you see it, right? All the images in the Bible, white. Understand? And if you turn from page to page, understand? It's showing you all the depictions are in it white, right? So that is how religion grip people. Understand? That is how religion destroy we mind. Understand? So we parents now coming down through all that white supremacy, right? Unconsciously now, that will learn. So the teaching trend is in the go ahead, Officer Barrier.
So even now the heathen is still trying to push that doctrine. If you buy on Amazon the King James Version 1611, just the beginning of the pages, you'll see white images as well. So
That's right.
Still trying to do the same thing.
That's right. Understand? So some of these images here, right? Like this specific one in Mark, Joseph presents his family to Pharaoh. That's the image, right? And they're telling you, right? This is in the gallery of Florence in Italy. You understand? So these are paintings that they actually have up in a museum. Plenty of these images and paintings that have up in museum. You understand? So they're done putting that white supremacy up there. You understand? They're making sure that in the mind of the people, all the images white. You understand? Look at this. This is David's charge to Solomon. Right? That's when David get old and he telling Solomon it's time to be a man and for him to step up and be king. And look at that. What's that? The man on the bed supposed to be David and he don't have to be Solomon. And one white. You understand? And this happened during Read what the scripture again, Maccabees there. First Maccabees 3 and 48. You understand? This happened during that
First
time.
Maccabees 3 and 48.
Right. Well,
and I laid open the book of the law.
The book of the law is the scriptures, go ahead.
Wherein the heathens had sought to paint the likeness of their images.
You understand? So the heathen paint themselves in the book. You understand where I'm coming from? So now when you're reading the scriptures, all you're focusing on, because at that time, remember, in slavery, right? You can't read, but you could see pictures. You understand where I'm coming from? So immediately now, they're getting in your mind one time. You understand where I'm coming from? They're getting in your mind because everything you see inside your white, so you believe white superior. You understand? And you believe this Bible did belong to white people. When it was not so. It was not so. The law was never given to them. Christ said he come for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Came for the Israelites. You understand? And that is the black man and the native Indian man and the Hispanic man need to know today. That is how we can get rid of crime and drug dealers on the street. Because now you're knowing that your history is in the Bible. Black people history, the Hispanic man history, the native Indian man history is in the Bible. This is the history. This is the culture. This is the laws, the economic system. You're getting to see how we military used to function. Now we know what captains and officers and generals. We now know in the history. You understand? And Brakata Yahweh and Yahushai for I.S.U.P.K under commanding General YAHANNA. You know what I mean? Right? All these things, all these is why they say this is saying Jesus and the fisherman. Look at this. And these are famous on us. Look at that. You understand where I'm from? That is the typical image when they show white Jesus. That is typical. That is real total Roman Catholic stuff there. You understand? Everybody white, you having me in the nice soft white garment with his straight hair, white people. Because they're pushing that white supremacy on people. You understand? And all these things they use to destroy people. You understand? So when you see now, like people today, right? Can't believe the Bible. Or they will say a white man write the Bible. It's because from far back the parents already learned that white supremacy and it come down. They keep passing it down. And through religion. And understand? Religion making it propel down to generations. That the catalyst to get it to reach down. And understand? So then just leaving it up to the household to spread it. Every Sunday when they go, or when your parents go, or your aunt or your uncle, whoever, when them go, every Sunday they again reinforce. Understand? With that message. Yeah. Tobago. Every Sunday they again reinforce with that message and it going down to the line. So it reaching the trend, and then the trend going to learn Sunday school, and hey, understand? Christ white, and they grow up, and then their trend go into Sunday school, and the cycle keep going over and over. Understand? But finally, under the I.S.U.P.K, we could break this and we could expose the lies of religion and white supremacy. Right? So let's have a few more scriptures to go before because I see we come up on the time, right? So I want to go to Luke Luke 5, 36 and 38.
Luke 5 chapter 5 verse 36. And he spake also a parable unto them. No man putteth a piece of a new garment upon an old. If otherwise, then both the new maketh a rent, and the piece taken out of the new agreeth not with the old.
Right. You understand? So a new garment, right, can't go with an old garment. You understand? Because the one go tear the other. And if you put a new piece, when you look, the old piece start back to rip. You understand? It's about to make a new tea, and we basically trying to say is all them old doctrine that we had before that we thought we learned and we was wise, and then went into Egyptology and Christianity and all the different doctrine, we had to throw it out. If we want to really receive the truth of the Most High, all them things we didn't know before, we had to get rid of that. You understand? We had to get rid of all that we mind, all them things we learn in Christianity, and we thought we was all philosophical. You understand? And we was all wise. We had to get rid of that from we mind, and otherwise, I tell you, read the last part, right?
And the pieces that was taken out of the new agreed not with the old.
So the do agree. So which means the old doctrine you didn't know before. We learning Christianity and Egyptology and being a Muslim. That old doctrine you know before, agreed not with it. With when somebody tell you the truth now, they do agree. You understand? Because the old doctrine telling you Christ white, the new doctrine telling you Christ is a black man. And when they show you in the scriptures now, your mind start to get boggled because they're watching in the scriptures and actually seeing Christ black. But you know in Christianity you learn Christ white. So your mind conflicting now. Go ahead.
Verse 37. And no man putteth new wine into old bottles.
That's right. So he giving them a next parable here now. Go ahead.
As the new wine will burst the bottle and be spilled, and the bottle shall perish.
And the bottle will perish, right? So he's saying, new man, read it up again. No man put it.
Verse 37, and no man putteth new wine into old bottles.
Right. So that first part there, right? Christ saying, right? Nobody's supposed to do this. You're not supposed to do this. That we telling you plain, right? So nobody not supposed to put new wine in
old bottles.
In old bottles, right? So we telling is nobody not supposed to take new doctrine, right? And put it in together with the same old doctrine you had in your mind before. You understand? You must get rid of. You must empty out one. Go ahead.
As the new wine will burst the bottles and be spilled.
And it will spill.
And the bottle shall perish.
And the bottle will perish. So here what I'm telling you. All them Egyptology and Christianity and Muslim and Mormon and Hinduism and thing and Buddhism what we get tied up in. If we don't throw it away, what will happen to we? Read the last part.
The bottle are white, and the bottle shall perish.
The bottle will perish. You understand? So you destroy yourself. You understand where I'm coming from? By trying to fit two different doctrines into your mind, trying to take in that information into your mind. You understand? Because Egyptology and the truth do not go together. You understand? Being a Muslim and following Islam and learning the truth do not go together. You understand? Being a Christian and learning the truth it cannot go together. It's either one or the other. You understand where I'm coming from? If you go to put the two together, eventually somebody gonna tell you something and it will totally pull you away from the truth. You understand? Because you grew up your whole entire life learning one thing, but when you do hear the truth, you have to get rid of all that information. Even though Captain Tazariak said this one time. Even though, right? Even though you think you get something right, you understand? Like even though you're Christianity and you see, boy, I kind of figure out Christ was black, you have to throw it out. Just throw it away and come with a new mind to receive the word of the Most High. Start over from fresh. Understand? And that is how you will really be filled up. Understand? To the capacity the Most High want it to be. Understand? That is how you will be built right. Understand? So you have no doubt in your mind. Understand? You start over from fresh, a clean slate. That's like how the Most High gave, and you learn the word of the Most High. Right? If I have anything else on that, that's not. Let me see. All right, go down to verse 38.
Verse 38. But the new wine must be put into the new bottles.
Right. So all that new information had to go into new bottles, into a new mind. Go ahead.
And both are preserved then.
And they say both are that is the idea?
Okay.
Right. And both are preserved. understand? So now, because that new information going to a clean mind, a fresh mind with no with no old wine in it, that with no old doctrine in it. Now the vessel able to be preserved. Understand? Now you could, I know scripture say that the pass on the doctrine to faithful men, probably paraphrasing, but the pass on the doctrine to faithful men. Now you could be that faithful man because you totally get rid of all the thought you didn't know and think you know and we full of yourself with, you get rid of that. And it start over fresh. So now your foundation build right. You understand? Your foundation build with best script. You understand? The character from the foundation, you know what I mean? Right? So, right, and that's how one more scripture, and then we will close off, right?
Done.
Going to Revelation 22 and 19.
The book of Revelations 22 and 19.
Yeah, go ahead.
And if any man shall take away from the words of the book of this prophecy.
So they say, if any man shall take away the words of the book of this prophecy, so any man want to change anything inside here, go ahead.
God shall take away his part out of the book of life.
What the Most High go do?
Take away his part out of the book of life.
That's right. You understand where I'm coming from? And all them people who say they're so-called scholars, that's why they study this. You understand? And when they watch, the Most High make it clear. If any man try to change this word, understand, or change it into something, or not preach the truth about this Bible, they say what? He will take away what? His part out of the book of life. Continue.
And out of the holy city.
Right. So you're coming out of the book of life and again cut out of the holy city. Go ahead.
And from the things which are written in this book.
And from the things which are written in the book. So in other words, if you try to change anything inside here, the Most High will cut you off. Understand? And through the grace of the Most High, this book get preserved through generations, coming straight down to the I.S.U.P.K under commanding General YAHANNA. Understand? And any man that's why when people say, "Hey, the Bible write the book," you worry about that. The Most High lay down clean. All way you want to tweak and do this and that. People don't read the Bible. He telling us, I will deal with them. I will mash them up. You don't worry with that. Then that's where I'm coming from, right? And well, read verse 20.
He which testifieth these things, saying, surely I come quickly.
All right. So he which testified these things said, surely I come quickly, which is Christ. And understand? He telling you that time will be at hand. Understand? And all the thing where you want to change the images in the book of the law and white supremacy and all these things. Because remember, all this, we break the commandments. So we're supposed to go in service, right, to the other nations. But all it you change the culture and the heritage, and you're hiding all the Ark of the Covenant and all these different things. All that way you do, the way telling is, he will cut you off. You understand? And that is why that nation of Edom getting destroyed. Until we can't even remember there was even a household on the earth. You understand? And with that, our party class want to peace and officer. Sure. Right, with me. Let's do that. Yeah. Come on, say. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
Security announcement. We are the I.S.U.P.K out of 1 West 121st Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General YAHANNA. New rules for brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limit for 6 months. They are to salute it only. They are here to share themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which a brother or sister will court each other. After the 6 months period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithe, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 to 10, means 10 in Hebrew, and in Perion's as Maishara. 10% of every penny of every increase the Lord gives you, give to the church department or teacher, priest funds, free will offering for priests, non-mandatory. Whosoever amount, whatever amount you would like to give. Upcoming holy convocations.
Right? The upcoming holy convocation.
The Feast of Dedication, also known as the Feast of Hanukkah. The 25th day of the 9th month, by the space of 8 days, which is from Friday, December 20th, 2019, for a period of 8 days. You can find this in Maccabees, chapter 1 from verse 4. First Maccabees, chapter 4 from verse 52 to 61. Remind your aquariums and aquariums to check on social media such as I.S.U.P.K, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. So for I.S.U.P.K events and materials. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, then he is to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, light shirts, light pants, light headbands, or scarf. With that, we'll stand and face the east. Going to say the Lord prayer in Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabashamayam, Kwadash, Ayah, Samka, Yahweh, Balakwaka, Taba'a, Ratazaka, Ayah, Aisha, Batarataza, Kawa, Ayah, Bashamayam, Nathan, Lanawa, Lakam, Kal, Yawam, Wasalakenoa, Kabawake Noah, Kasalake Noah, Kabawake Noah, Wala'a, Tabanaya Noah, Basanaya 1, Abal, Awashai Noah, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Abalakwa, Wa'alala, Wataparat, La I.Walamium, Aman.
What we just said in the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. And forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
Amen. Sir, let's get a teacher a warm courtesy salute. Imagine Shabbat. Imagine Barak. Yahweh Brakata. Imagine Yamadata. Class dismissed.